I told you I was going to make a few videos on how I reload. This is a really crude reloading setup. And you have to remember I got into this right when the craze was, going down. Everybody was fighting and screaming for reloading supplies, products, presses, anything they can get their hands on, and I was one of them. So I'm not gonna bore you with, resizing 50 cases, this and that. So I got a RCBS partner press. That's all I can get my hands on. But you know what? For the most part, it does what it's supposed to do. As far as everything I need to do, as far as the torque and tension, as far as resizing the dies and the cam over action, it does what I need it to do. And then with my pocket swaging tool, does that for me. And then my factory crimper die does that also. And then for seating my bullets and like flaring cases, I just got this simple hand press. Instead of doing it all by hand sideways, I drilled and mounted it to the desk. And I'll show you how I do it all here. Usually I put everything in there, all my spent cases, spray them all down. But trying to get this done in a fairly quick amount of time. Also a good investment. Gets you a Hornady headspace comparator. I've already got my die set up. Yes, normally I do. I don't know how well that's showing up, if at all. But to be honest, since May, or last May, I have bought one box of ammo, one 150 round box of M855 ammo that you see on my playlist. And after that, the price of that, I just got fed up. I'm not dealing with it anymore. And after that, put them in here. Got that set. Trim the case at 1.75. Never really made a video on reloading before, so bear with me, guys. It's come to my attention that all I do is make videos about complaining and shit products. Well, you know, when you pay good money for something and you find a flaw in it, I just want to let everybody know about it. You know, my videos aren't monetized. I'm not making anything off of this. All I'm doing is trying to spread the word. I'm not getting anything out of any of this. And then from there, I take this and you'll see it mushrooms that out when you cut that case. Bevel that out a little bit. A little unorganized. And that's probably the number one thing when you're doing this. You want to be organized. And right now I am not. I'm in the process of changing high pressure transmission lines in my truck. All kinds of stuff going on. Just want to make this quick little video. Probably won't end up being quick. After I've got the outside chamfered, I go back on the inside. Just easier for me to do one process than come back and do the inside. Now, you don't want to go crazy to where you're making the edge of that case paper thin where it starts bending over with your finger, and you'll be able to tell. And you don't want to go crazy at all. Usually on the outside, I just clean that up just enough to where my finger doesn't get caught on it, running my fingernail over it. take this out. It's a pain in the butt. You have to remember, usually I got all this done in 50 cases waiting. And check, see if I have any. Yeah. These all need to be swaged out. I'm glad that happened. So what I do, if it gets stuck, take my, I set that on there, and I pull it back down. And if I had to do it over again, I would have bought the standalone version. I hate this thing. Really hate it. That's the joy of having military crimp brass, right? When I first started doing this, I would screw up so many cases using pliers to get that out of there. It'll add. Let's try that. There we go. See, still doesn't matter even when you get it set up right. It still fucking sucks. I'm just glad I'm smart enough not to go wrenching on it anymore. Okay. Probably much easier just to use the cutter, but you know, live and learn. So got that done. I'm gonna put my crimping die in. And I've been hand priming. These are CCI 41 primers. Always make sure that it's facing the right way, or you're gonna be redoing some cases. Oh yeah, eye protection. I don't wear it, but you should. Don't force them in there, because when I first started, if I didn't have that primer pocket swaged out or cleaned out right, I would force the primers in and it would bend the case, the head of the case, and then, you know, it went in fine when I first reformed the brass. Then after I primed it, didn't fit anymore. It's because I was warping the case by forcing it. So I always check them after I prime them anymore. Just to make sure. And I've noticed sometimes when you're using used brass, if you have any burrs on the rim of your case, the head of your case, whatever you want to call it, that will mess up the gauge test. It might be nothing else wrong with the cartridge at all, but there'll be a burr, and it'll cause this thing to stick out. And if you knock that burr off, it'll go down just fine. You know, you do everything at your own risk. Don't take my advice. I'm just telling you my experiences. So, got my powder charge using IMR 3031. Just going for, just a low grade, just clinking around. So, you guys come up with your own loads. I use the Hodgdon website. My advice would be whatever projectiles you're using and whatever powder you have, I would just go through and check everything that you have, and it'll basically populate everything that you have, and it'll give you a readout of all the loads for that bullet and all the for all the powders you have. And I would screenshot that or print it out before, the way things are going, that website might not be around for a while. So you might want to, if you don't have a book, some books don't have everything. So you might want to take that data and, put it somewhere, save it. So, I got my charge. As close as I can get with this powder. Don't have a trickler yet. Again, usually I do everything, charge my cases, put them in there, put the bullet on top of them, and then I come back after they all got powder in them, and then I come back and seat the bullets and crimp them, but trying to do this for you guys kind of on the quick. I realize it's not been anything but quick. Using a Hornady 55 grain full metal jacket boat tails. Let me see if I can get some more light.